Hello, bruv. We got more beer. Although the choices are dwindling down now, bruv. This is a special beer, even though I've had it several times with negative ramifications. This is Jolly Pumpkins La Parcela Limited Series Wild Pumpkin Ale. Ale based with pumpkin and spices. The story goes back in the time of Jolly Pumpkin's origin, everybody always called at the brewery and asked, "Do you have a pumpkin ale, my bruvs?" And their answer was always no. So about 15 years of that, they finally said, "All right, we're making a pumpkin beer, bruv." And though I will say they've stayed true to their form by making every beer they make sour to an extent, although a few of their farmhouse ales are not as sour as is their stout, not that sour either. But this one I recall being sour, and I will taste it and reaffirm that. Very tart. Very tart. The problem with this beer is not that it isn't a good beer, and not that I'm a huge fan of sour beers, but Jolly Pumpkin's world-class flavor. But I simply don't taste the pumpkin. I don't taste it, bruv. Let me see if the results of the can will change that opinion. No, exactly the same beer. In can and out can. If you're a fan of the sour beers, I'm sure this thing's about it's only a 5.4 ABV. If there are pumpkin spices and pumpkin in this beer, then I either have a lead palate or I don't know what pumpkin tastes like. I'm going to say I do know what pumpkin tastes like. And this ain't it. No, it's all sour. Very tart. Very tart with not a hint of spices. Although I will say has a little more hops in it than I recall. And it's very hard to judge a sour pumpkin beer against their standard beer. Hoping that the pumpkin taste will suddenly appear, but no, it's not. As a sour beer, I'd give it about a 8.8, just because it's amazingly sour, high quality ale. But as a pumpkin, I'm just giving it an NA. It doesn't qualify. I don't taste any spices, and I don't taste pumpkin. I'll try me a wheat thin just to cleanse my palate, just in case. And since you can't eat just one wheat thin, low sodium, hint of salt. Let's see if this reinvigorates it. And I know my taste buds aren't bad because I just had a pumpkin spice ice cream sandwich earlier, and it was amazingly pumpkin-esque. Now that's interesting. It did taste the flavor. Changed the flavor. A little. I think it's only because I have wheat thins in my teeth. Yeah, the hop flavor's back. Let me... The hoppage is back. Yeah, it's just a more muted sour now. I don't know if that was the effect of wheat thins or just the beer warming up and the dregs adding some flavor. See the yeast alive at the bottom. Lovely, isn't it? Maybe that's all the pumpkin flavoring stuck to the bottom. No, I still give it an NA. It has no pumpkin flavoring. And what little hoppage it has is not festive at all. Outside in the fall vernacular. As a sour ale, it's amazing. As a pumpkin ale, it's not qualified.